Hello and good day, it's Andy Wright and product channel. The Removu K1 that I've made the video about, I made that beginning of last year when I first got my gimbal, and I've subsequently had three so far. I've got three. The first one I purchased, I made the video about. I took it on holiday with me to Thailand, and unfortunately it got broken. The top of it came off, and it was a real pain in the backside because it was such a good camera, and of course it was accidental damage. So I decided that I would contact them and ask if they could do anything about it. And basically they said, send it back, pay for it, and you can have it repaired. So rather than chuck it in the bin, I decided to pay a total amount of $150. That also included postage. So I sent that to the headquarters, and it was gone for a month or so, a month and a half, something like that. But it came back repaired, and in actual fact the gimbal that I have right here is the one that was repaired. So this one here was repaired. It's currently on my little device which I have here, which includes a power bank. It includes the Wi-Fi, the Rode video Wi-Fi wireless. I have here some charging cables, one of which goes to the actual receiver, which the receiver is plugged in to the Removu. This is for audio. Also, the power bank is plugged into the Removu, which then is constantly charged by the power bank. And this is on an L-shaped frame. And the beauty is I can still take off the main part of the gimbal. So if I wanted to use the gimbal without all of that, I could then just have the separate battery on the tripod, because they are detachable from the gimbal itself. Be very careful about the connectors here, because they can break off, and if they break off then it will not stay inside the gimbal. Now luckily you're holding the actual body of the gimbal rather than the battery, so there's no worry that you're going to hold on to the battery and pull it out of the actual gimbal, but it could fall out if it's not held in correctly. And of course this is the big thing with the weight of this device. So you're holding, if you hold just the gimbal, you've got all the weight on those connectors there. So I tend to hold it like that, and also you can put the legs down and hold it with that. The pink thing inside there is actually glued in, so that will never come off. The beauty of this L shape is that the wireless go is velcroed on, and I don't know if you can see that, there's some velcro up here, which separate area and the separate area here, so I can actually put like an audio recorder on there if I wanted to, and also if I wanted to have the audio recorder, I could put it on the back here, so I could in actual fact record with the wireless microphone into the audio recorder and then put it in post. However, this camera obviously has the audio socket. Now, so this is obviously the first one. This is the one that was repaired. But the second one I had, which I don't have to hand, I took on my next trip, and unfortunately that got damaged, but I don't know how. I can't show it, but the top part of the gimbal, it rattles, so there's something obviously come off inside the camera area. Now, I decided not to send that one back and get it repaired because I had trouble with customs last time. Problem is that they said it was $150 including postage there and back, and of course I ended up having to fork out another 50 quid when it came back. Now, I claimed that back off of them because they promised that they would pay it, and my understanding was that all custom charges were included. Now, you may find that this is actually hard to believe, but the custom charges that they charge were the HM customs, so in the UK, coming back here to me. So I find that very, very annoying that the HM customs were trying to charge me tax on a product that I already own and I've already paid for, and it was only going there for repair. It wasn't going there because I purchased it. It was actually my own product. So this is why I argued the case with them, and they eventually paid the majority of it. So that was one reason why I didn't send the second one back, and it would probably cost more than the actual gimbal was worth. So because the other one was broken, I got myself a spare. So I had my main gimbal and my spare, and in this one I have the external microphone, which is basically the Removu microphone with an L-shaped socket, because otherwise it would stick out. I'll show you because I've got the other proper Removu microphone with a dead cat, and you can see that is how it looks when you just plug it in without the L-shaped bracket. That is the proper Removu microphone, but it's actually just the L-shaped bracket, which is extra. So that's the fluffy microphone with the standard Removu extra. It comes in a kit. Likewise, what comes in a kit is Removu smart batteries as well. So I have actually got 4 of those now, which means I have spares. So there's a spare. I don't know if you can see that. That's not in the camera shot. But I also have this. Now this base came in the kit, the extra kit, and what it is, it's the charging base for your battery. So when you've got your battery, standard battery, you shove it in there, you plug it in micro USB into a USB socket or power bank. Now you can just charge that up as per without any hassle. So you can actually charge separately. You can charge it like that with a micro USB in the back. You can charge it from a power bank on the go, so while it's working, it's actually quite good. And all of these batteries are available separately. I think they were £49, quite expensive. So I bought 2. I had one in the original. I've got 2 other ones, 2 other gimbals. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5 batteries altogether, or I should have. I got a battery missing somewhere. It's probably in the other gimbal. which is the broken gimbal. Also that came in the kit is this hard shell cover, which goes onto the camera, on the camera lens, to protect it from damage. Now you remember I said that when it was down on the table, it actually could damage the lens, but of course if you've got the kit, the extra kit, then it will actually protect your camera. I am quite impressed with it, the Removu, and to be fair, having had 3 of them, even though 2 of them are broken, I do wish that they would make it slightly more robust, because obviously the 2 that broke, they weren't, totally abused. I mean, they were dropped, yes, but they weren't, it wasn't deliberate, and of course it wasn't not really something that you should be doing anyway, is dropping cameras and things. However, accidents do happen. Now luckily these have there's a hand strap that will hopefully stop the accidental dropping of these cameras. I know that one time the camera was dropped because the man that was filming actually fell over.
Shit! You're right. Just tripped over something. Right, leave that, I'll do it.
Probably that thing there.
You're right. Alright. I'll sit down like
No, I don't want any water. Ah, fuck.
What's that bloody thing anyway?
Dislocated it.
These are all prepared. You can see they have good, strong, growing eyes in them. We place these evenly in the bag, and we add to that another 4 inches of compost.
Mr. Alfie's just fell over, dislocated his shoulder. So that wasn't brilliant, but fair enough, the actual robustness of it, I don't think was that good, and I don't know what they could do to make it better, apart from putting it in rubber and making it bounce back up. Maybe that's a bit far-fetched. As I say, I think I'm very impressed with the Removu K1, and it's quite an old product, but I have yet to see a product that equals it for facilities. So it's got a 4K camera. It could do with a 4K 60 camera. It's only 4K 30. However, it's all in one. It's got a gimbal. It's got a screen. It's got a joystick that works. It can do 12 megapixel photographs. It can be charged on the fly. It has a microphone socket. It's fully controllable in the menu, and I think overall it's a really good piece of kit. Right, that is it. Thank you for watching, and catch you again. Bye for now.